time of night again where this little guy and his buddy here would like to listen to a bedtime story. And so I thought I would read one. And this book is a children's book, but I just found it to be incredibly sad. I'm not sure why. But let's see if you guys would agree as well. The book I'm going to read for tonight is called The Giving Tree. By Shel Silverstein or Stein. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I should have looked this up beforehand. Anyway, here goes. The Giving Tree. I'm just going to read like this. This is for Nikki. Once there was a tree. And she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come. And he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches. And eat apples. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree. Very much. And the tree was happy. But time went by. And the boy grew older. And the tree was often alone. Then one day, the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I'm too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I only have leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife, and I want children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. Sorry, I'm not a very good kindergarten teacher here. Not showing all the pictures. I'm not a kindergarten teacher, but I'm just saying, if I was, this would be a bad way of reading it. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy. But not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I am sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." "My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I am too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I am too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. "Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down. Sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. And that's the end of the book. The Giving Tree. Now, I don't know if sounds like a sad book to people, but to me, it feels very sad. It feels like, I know it's kind of like a analogy for like a parent's love for their child and how unconditional it is, and the fact that it's so unconditional and at times seems so one-sided just seems so sad to me. I mean, it it can represent parental love, and it can also represent other forms of love where it's one-sided, where one party, all they want to do is see the other person or the other party happy and would do anything to give them that, and then the person on the receiving end is kind of ungrateful and just keeps taking. Anyway, I don't think it's meant to be sad. It's a children's book after all. But I hope, people that read it, it will make them want to be more grateful and appreciative of the people that love them and want to see them happy. I think these sort of things, they're always better off reciprocated. Anyway, so that's the bedtime story for tonight. Until next time, bye bye.